Hey there, control maps in Overwatch give a lot of trouble to players. They're not as hated as assault maps, but they're mostly regarded as something that solo gamers want to avoid. We're going to help you to understand how control maps work and what you need to do to win more of them. Hello guys, and welcome to the dojo. Control or King of the Hill is a strange game type as the attacker and defender roles can change very rapidly. Because of these quick changes, it's very hard to feel confident in these matches. There are also different maps for each round that you need to master in order to have more chances of winning. We're going to help you to understand the dynamics and economy of control game type in Overwatch to make sure that you have the game knowledge you need to win more of your games. Let's start with the first and most important part of increasing your win rate on control maps: understanding how they're played. A quick service announcement: there will be a free to join 3v3 Elimination Cup with a prize pool on the 16th of September. Click the card right now for more info. So control type maps are not as straightforward as others are. This is because there's a single objective that both teams want to contest instead of having clearly defined defender and attacker roles. Both teams head towards the center of the map to gain control of the point, then hold it until the 100% mark. The dynamics and economy of control maps are really interesting. A single map usually consists of 4 to 5 big team fights, and the first team fight is the most important part of the game, usually deciding the outcome. Let's see why. When the first engagement happens, the teams have the same chances of winning. Control maps are symmetric, so the teams can theoretically reach the center of the map right at the same time. There can be modifiers to this, bringing a Lucio for example, but with the same lineup the teams will collide in the center, near the point. The team that wins the first fight on control maps will have more ultimates and control of the point. This allows the winners to decide where they want to set up and have access to some quickly charging ultimates that they can use in the next fight as well. Members of the Overwatch community analyzed control games and found that there's a 66.6% chance of winning the map if your team is the first to capture. This doesn't mean that a map is lost if you're not the victorious team in the first fight, it's just easier to win from the position. If you want more info about the analysis, check the link in the description. Alright, back to the importance of the first clash between the teams. The even ground is really important in the first fight, as the encounter is heavily dependent on the team's skill and composition. There are no ultimates for anyone yet, so all that there is to use are the basic attacks and abilities. Pulling off headshots and landing skill shots make the real difference. However, other aspects of the game can tilt a team's chances towards winning. Mobility and the usage of terrain is crucial on an even footing. High grounds give advantage to the team controlling it, as the team contesting it can decide who and when to engage from a comfortable position. Thus, arriving first can give a nice advantage in these encounters. Lucio is a really strong pick in these scenarios. His team can simply take the lead because of using the high ground to their advantage. We have a video covering the importance and uses of high grounds. Check it out right now for more insight on the topic. Even if the teams are not going for the high ground, mobility still counts a lot. Because of the symmetry of control maps, the team who reaches the hotspot on the map earlier has the advantage of deciding where to start fights. Thus, mobile compositions can be really strong. Some character combos have the strength of getting early picks at the cost of being lackluster in prolonged fights. It's important to be able to get picks without using ultimates during the first team fights. Roadhog's Hook can be a great tool if combined with McCree's Stun or Doomfist Rocket Punch for a nearly guaranteed kill, for example. Combos that can get picks easily rule here, because you want to make sure that you can cap the first point whatever it takes. These are always changing with the meta. Post your current best kill combo in a comment below. So again, the team who wins the first encounter is in a huge advantage in control maps. This is because they'll be the first ones to charge the objective, have ready ultimates and more ultimate charge, and dictate where the next fight plays out because of their positional advantage. Their chokes are nearly all maps where the enemy team has to come through, and the defenders at the point can choose where they want to clash with the enemy. Also, it's really common for the victorious team in the first encounter to have 1 to 3 ultimates, where the other team usually has none. If the defenders coordinate well, the attacking team has a really low chance of winning the second fight. It's best to try to push and dry, meaning the attacker should not use any ultimates but try to charge theirs and force out some from the defenders if possible. This way they're evening out the chances of winning the next fights, and who knows, they may successfully take the point with raw skill. The third team fight is interesting because both teams will have a lot of options to choose from. The team holding the point will usually have all ultimates charged that they haven't used yet, and the other team will have most of their ults ready, with an exception of really slow to charge ultimates like Zarya's. This means that the third fight comes down to the ability of the teams to coordinate their ults well and to manage them properly. If ultimates are just thrown in and there's no discussion between the teammates, it's hard to do anything meaningful. The attacker team has to pay attention to how they're setting up, going in, and where they're using their ultimates. With some good plays, the attackers can have a chance to cap the point for the first time in the game. The fourth and fifth team fights are the ones where teams will be on even ground again. They either have all their ultimates up to use, or none depending on how the attackers tried in the previous phase. This part of the game is the most critical to the side who did not cap the point yet. They must coordinate well to take the point in order to have a chance of winning the map. The attackers will still be at a disadvantage because of the positional benefits of the defenders, but these fights are usually the most interesting and important ones apart from the very first ones. In case the losing team manages to cap the point, the phases start again from phase 1, with slight modifications on how many ultimates both teams will have. We need to state that the dynamics and economy of control matches are not black and white. A player can pull off a spectacular play and lead his or her team to victory even against the odds. This means that there's plenty of room for turning a seemingly unwinnable situation to a 100% capture. Don't give up and try to outplay the opponent, looking for mistakes and openings in their defenses. We want to mention here that you can join our Discord server to have a chat with other players and to discuss Overwatch related topics including control tactics. Click the card now to join us. If you're interested in knowing how to win control maps in Overwatch, you should now have most of the game knowledge you need to be able to do that. Here are the key points and metrics to help you win your control games and to figure out the best strategies. The first team to capture the point will usually have 10 to 15% initially before the next encounter. All the other team fights will usually score around 20 to 25% for the victorious team if they hold the point, or half of that amount for both teams if the point is captured, as the defenders will still get percentages during the fight for the contest. It's advisable to play together with the team, as dying and waiting for regroup hurts the team a lot. The defenders will usually try to exploit bad group ups and weak formations, just to get 1 or 2 kills and make the enemy team retreat. Stalling is a great tool if your team has the point. Sacrificing a teammate or two, usually Lucio, Winston, and Tracer, to stall the point can mean that your team only needs to win one more fight in order to win. Ultimate economy is important. Combo ults, count enemy ultimates, and try to bait out some if you can. Dry pushing or pushing without using more than one ult can be useful to make the enemy team overcommit in the current fight and lose the next one because of it. If you feel that you need some deeper hands-on experience in Overwatch, the Dojo team offers coaching for players and teams. Click the card right now to get coached and rock your games. Alright, that's all we had about control maps for this video. Make sure to digest what you've heard here and try to implement the newly acquired knowledge in your next control games. Share the video on your favorite social media if you find it useful. Spread the word and be an evangelist for the Overwatch Dojo. Like and subscribe if you love what we're doing here, and leave a comment below. See you guys next time.